flavor, Prime Energy Dream Pop, the flavor that'll make you cream in your dream.
The flavor that'll make you cream in your dream.
New flavor, Prime Energy Dream Pop. The flavor that'll make you cream in your dream. Yes, that is real. That's not a meme, that's actual marketing. And somehow, that line came from a company that was once worth over $1 billion. Because just a couple of years ago, Prime wasn't just popular, it was unavoidable. Over $1.2 billion in sales, sold out in almost every supermarket, parents arguing in grocery aisles, kids waking up at 5 a.m. just to get a bottle, UFC sponsorships, WWE sponsorships, FC Barcelona sponsorships. For a brief moment, it genuinely looked like Logan Paul and KSI had built the next Gatorade. But fast forward to now, and Prime bottles are sitting in clearance bins for under $1. So the question isn't, did Prime fall off? That part is obvious. The real question is, did Logan Paul and KSI sabotage their own billion-dollar company? Prime launched in January 2022. Two former boxing rivals, Logan Paul and KSI, teamed up to create a hydration drink, and the internet completely lost its mind. Logan's announcement video pulled millions of views almost instantly. Kids lined up outside corner stores before sunrise. Resellers flipped bottles online for hundreds of dollars. Some even sold for close to $1,000. Prime wasn't a sports drink. It was supreme in liquid form. If you had it, you were cool. If you didn't, you were irrelevant.
Everyone lining up to get some Prime at the Logan MC meet.
The UK hype was even worse. Every restock sold out in minutes. Stores hired security guards. And yes, grown adults were literally fighting kids over bottles of blue raspberry. By the end of year one, Prime reportedly made around $250 million. 1 year later, that number jumped to $1.2 billion. Fastest growing creator brand in history. And that kind of growth sounds amazing, until you realize it leaves zero room for mistakes. Right as Prime was peaking, Logan Paul's past came back like a jump scare. CoffeeZilla dropped a massive investigation into CryptoZoo, Logan's NFT project that promised a game where players could earn money just by playing. The problem? The game never worked. According to interviews featured in the investigation, fans lost tens of thousands of dollars. Some reported losing over 6 figures. Developers disappeared, middlemen got paid, and the project quietly collapsed. On screen, CoffeeZilla thumbnails, CryptoZoo website, clips of Logan promoting it. Logan had spent years rebuilding his reputation after the Japan forest incident, and in the span of weeks, it all fell apart again. Instead of immediately owning the situation, Logan sued CoffeeZilla, which, historically speaking, is not the move people make when they want the internet on their side. Even though the lawsuit was later dismissed, the damage was already done. Parents weren't checking electrolyte labels anymore. They were Googling, who is Logan Paul? And why do people say he scams his fans? And when your main audience includes kids, that's a problem. Then Prime caught the attention of someone even scarier than Twitter, the US government. In July 2023, Senator Chuck Schumer publicly called on the FDA to investigate Prime Energy. The issue? Caffeine. Prime Energy contains 200 to 250 milligrams of caffeine per can. For comparison, Coca-Cola has about 34 milligrams. Red Bull has around 80. Prime had more than double that, yet Prime marketing featured gamers, influencers, and younger audiences. Schumer accused the brand of misleading marketing, unclear warnings, and pushing high-caffeine drinks toward minors. On screen, Chuck Schumer press conference. News headlines about FDA investigation. Schools started banning PRIME. Australia banned it. The UK banned it. Schools across the US banned it. Prime went from the cool drink to the drink that got confiscated by teachers. Even the non-caffeinated version got dragged into the backlash. Once the hype slowed down, people started asking a dangerous question. Do I even like this? Nutritionists pointed out that Prime Hydration was being marketed like an elite sports drink used by professional athletes But nutritionally, it was basically coconut water, with influencer branding. Even Gordon Ramsay tasted it and said it was like drinking perfume.
You've just come from the Maldives.
It's like swallowing perfume. What is?
And suddenly, the drink that once sold for $100 couldn't sell for $2. Because most people didn't love PRIME. They loved owning PRIME. And once the trend died, so did the demand. So Logan Paul, KSI, and Mr. Beast tried to fix their image by launching Lunchly, a Lunchables competitor. For kids, yes, that actually happened. The backlash was immediate. Dante DM accused them of exploiting kids for profit. Dr. Mike broke down the nutrition and pointed out the meals were extremely low in calories. And then Rosanna Pansino opened a Lunchly kit on camera and found mold. Actual mold. On food that was still months away from its expiration date.
These are molded. Okay, so these ones are supposed to be good until December, and we just got them from the store. It says used by December 8th, 2024, and today's date is October 16th. So these are supposed to be good for like another 2 months. This is molded. That's mold. This is not safe. Especially like kids that are so young, they may not know what mold looks like, so they might just eat it.
That was supposed to be the redemption arc. Instead, it became one of the worst PR disasters of the year. By 2024, things escalated from bad press to legal trouble. A class action lawsuit alleged that Prime's grape flavor contained elevated levels of PFAS, also known as forever chemicals. Parents panicked, stores pulled stock, headlines exploded. On screen, lawsuit headlines, PFAS explainer graphics. Sales reportedly collapsed. UK sales dropped over 70%. US sales fell sharply year over year. Profits were reportedly down over 90%. Prime wasn't selling out anymore. It was being cleared out. And just in case you thought Logan was the only problem, KSI had his own controversy. CoffeeZilla released another investigation, this time involving a crypto project called XCAD. The allegation? That KSI promoted the token while selling large amounts behind the scenes. Fans felt betrayed, trust evaporated. Suddenly, both founders of PRIME were associated with crypto controversies. Not exactly ideal for a brand selling drinks to kids. So what actually killed Prime? It wasn't just the caffeine. It wasn't just the lawsuits. And it wasn't just the hype dying. It was trust. You can't build a long-term global brand on hype alone, especially when the faces of that brand keep setting fires behind the scenes. Prime could have been a decade-long success story. Instead, it became one of the fastest creator downfalls ever. Not because of haters, but because Logan Paul and KSI sabotaged their own empire. But yeah, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.